Deconverted Man here, and I'm responding to Challenge for Atheists. Can you do it by Armoured Christian? And he says, sorry, no, you can't. Okay, well, that was quick. It's not hard to construct a challenge that no one can do. Hey, Armoured Christian, can you jump 20 feet in the air unassisted, straight in a vertical line? No, you can't? Ha ha ha! I win! Really? How about we construct a challenge that is possible to accomplish? Just for a little bit of intellectual honesty, shall we? Okay, so he goes shock of God on us, and he asks us for...
Brandon, also known as Armoured Christian. I have a challenge to send out to all the atheists on my channel and the ones that are new to my channel, the ones that discover it. Give me one single piece of proof and evidence that leads you to the belief that there is a lack of.
Shock of God? Is that you? Are you asking us to prove a negative? Because we can't do that. So, yeah. Prove that I am not God. Go ahead. No? Not gonna do that? Prove that Allah isn't God. Prove that Shiva the Destroyer isn't God. Prove that this USB drive is not God. No? Prove that there are no leprechauns. Prove that there are no goblins, ogres, or dragons. What? You can't prove that there's no GODs? Can't prove a negative. So you're not asking that, are you? Because that's intellectually dishonest. Maybe you're asking something else.
To reword that much more simply, give me one argument, one piece of proof, meaning one argument, that leads you to the lack of a belief in a God or God.
Just to make sure that you're educated more on this subject, an argument is not proof. An argument is not proof. Okay? Got it? Now, in mathematics, there are proofs, and in science, there are proofs, and in informal logic, there are proofs. But, because the word can mean multiple things, typically and usually, when we say proof, we mean empirical evidence. Like, I have a bottle of orange juice. Oh, look at that. I have a bottle of orange juice. No pulp from Food Lion. Alright, I proved it. Hold on. That's some good orange juice. Deconverted Man, now supported by... Yeah, I would. Okay, that'd be funny if they saw this and I got money. Okay, so... let's not equivocate on the word proof. Okay, let's try to avoid that word, okay, because of natural language problems. Give you an argument against God. Or give you an argument that makes me believe that there isn't a God, or give you an argument that leads me to believe... I'm not really... The wording you have here is very imprecise. But I can give you an argument. Okay? You asked for one, but I'll give you two, and then I'm going to give you a challenge, which you won't do. Nah. But it's a challenge you could do in hypothetically, but I think that you won't do it. But I could be wrong, and I hope that you prove me wrong. But at any rate, okay, so first test here is... let's just do the basic test of God that the backyard atheist would do. I am in this room, and I am alone in this room, as far as I can tell. No other humans appear to be present. I've been told that God is everywhere, but I do not see God. Not sure what God would look like, but everything I see appears to not be God. Unless everything is God, or God is indistinguishable from the things that I have around me, in which case, as far as I can tell, there's no God. Okay. I've also been told by some that God can hear our words or our thoughts. In that case, I would think that it would be possible, or it might be possible, that God could respond verbally to a question I might have. So let's try it. Hey God, can you answer me right now by saying anything? Nope. Nothing. Alright. Well, I've also been told God can do the physically impossible, so here's a USB drive and a pen. God, make either of these objects levitate off of the desk. Nope. Okay, let's ask him to do something more mundane. I can pick up this pen and I can flick it off the table. That's fairly simple. Didn't take too much effort on my part. God supposedly made the universe. Surely God can do that. God, please flick this pen off the table, off the computer desk table. You know what it is. I don't have to tell you what it is. You can flick it that way or this way. Just make it fly off. Flick it off the table. Nope. Okay. Alright, so auditory, I heard nothing. Sight, I saw nothing. And I tested, but I got no results. So, my conclusion is as follows. If there is a God, it is identical to nature. I have no way to verify that there is a God. If it can, in fact, hear me, it is not responding to my requests, either because it does not want to, it does not care, or it lacks the power to do so. In any case, it is still identical to nature, which means that there's no way for me to verify a positive result regarding God. Now, people have said, you can't test God. God is above testing. Well, then, there's one criteria knocked out of the ballpark that we can't do. No repeatable test. What about empirical evidence? Well, I didn't see any empirical evidence. I'm not aware of any empirical evidence. Do you have any empirical evidence? If so, it should be simple. Here, orange juice. Empirical evidence. Done. So, do that, but for God. Last but not least, a logically coherent argument. I know of no such logically coherent argument for the existence of a God, not to mention the epistemology of the word God at all. You might think you have an argument that I haven't studied or memorized or heard, and you're free to present it, and if it has one or more logical fallacies, then I must be skeptical of it. But an argument is not proof. An argument cannot and will never be proof in the sense of proof like I have this pen and I prove that I have this pen by showing you that I have this pen. That's a different kind of proof than what we're talking about. An argument within informal logic allows one to either be skeptical of the conclusion or not be skeptical of the conclusion. However, the conclusion may independently be true or false, but within the realm of logic, you have to come to a certain agreement because of the rules of logic. So, I'll give you an example. This is a disjunctive syllogism. Either the light over there is on or off. It is not on, therefore it's off. Okay? So, the light is on, therefore the light is not off. It is a very simple disjunctive syllogism. Either it's on or it's off. Okay? It can't be anything else. Now, if my refrigerator door is closed, then my light is off. The refrigerator door is closed, therefore my light is off. But there's no association causation between the two. The door of my fridge is indeed closed, however, the light is on. But the premise was, if the door of my fridge is closed, my light is off, is not true, even though it is structured in a way that is logical. But there is a logical fallacy in the argument, leading me to be skeptical of the conclusion. Now, I might have a completely fallacious argument. Either lobsters exist, or my light is on. Lobsters do exist, thus, my light must be on. Oh, wait, my light's not on. That doesn't make sense. So, lobsters do exist, but it did, something went wrong. Or I could say either lobsters exist or I'm not God. Lobsters exist. Conclusion, I am God. It follows, but it has a logical fallacy. I'll let you comment on what logical fallacy you think it is. My subscribers should know by now. But I want to see if you know. Okay, so an argument can only have us be skeptical or not of the conclusion. It cannot be a proof. Nonetheless, you want an argument? I've got an argument. And here it is. Now, thank you, Potter Suppositionalist, for our work and effort on this. We spent a lot of time on this argument. We think that it's pretty darn good. We're also pretty sure that it has no logical fallacy. So I invite all of my people that watch this to comment and disassemble this argument and try to improve it or show that it's flawed or whatever. Okay. Logically speaking, of course. If there's no logical fallacies in it, then it passes the test. That's all I'm concerned about is, are there any logical fallacies? And if you want it reworded here or there, that's fine. Let's discuss that too. Premise 1. To have knowledge of anything, there needs to be an experienced reality of which to have knowledge. Premise 2. In order to have knowledge of the cosmos, there must be a cosmos to know about. Premise 3. If there was an eternal God prior to the beginning of the cosmos, it would only have itself to experience. Conclusion. Without the existence of a cosmos, such a God would only know itself. There's your argument. Okay, so I gave you two things, you asked only for one. Now I will challenge you, Armored Christian. Debate me, Dan Green, on my channel. My friends call me Dan Green, but you call me Deconverted Man. The debate will be moderated by one of two people. My brother, who is atheist, or Maximus Confessus. One of those two people. Both are Christians. Both are people I would trust to moderate the thing. My brother would be a better choice because he could physically manipulate the YouTube channel via the laptop. and so I would have no I have no control over the keyboard, whereas if it was Maximus Confessus, I'd have to give him the controls, and I could still potentially manipulate something within the Hangout or whatever. So I would personally prefer my brother do it than Maximus Confessus, but either one is fine. Okay, I have a number of possible questions for debate under different categories of dialogue and within different segments of asymmetrical and symmetrical dialogue. All of this is up for negotiation. I would like to do this negotiation in a transparent format, so I would like to do it on Google Plus, where I tag you openly and share it with all public as well as you, and give you the list of ideas that I have, and you pick one, and we negotiate on that one. The time constraints, if any, I'll leave up to you, and how many different rebuttals we have, I'll leave that up to you as well. And whether or not we will answer, I would prefer if we answer questions at the end, but if you don't want to do that, that's up to you. I will stick around to answer questions from anybody that has any questions about anything in the debate, but you don't have to do that. Because my channel is mostly skeptics, perhaps you can invite some of your theistic people that you know to come and ask me questions during the debate. Now, if you are unable to do a live debate for any reason, we could also do this video to video. I do a video, you do a video, back and forth until we're done. And then we can collect all the questions asked in the comment section. You know, if you're a deconverted man, here's a question. Hopefully it would be, you know, maybe we could make things that look. All questions should be asked here for both of us. That way we, you know, it's all in one place or something. I don't know. But nonetheless, we collect all the questions and we answer them. Now, I would like to answer both sides of the questions. That is, if you get a question, I would like to answer the question that you got as well. So, and if I get a question, you get to answer that question after my answer to that question as well. Okay? So that we can get both sides of the coin on the answer to that question from the best of our understanding, etc. Will you accept that challenge, Armored Christian? Now, I'll give you a reason to do so. Let's see. Where is your challenge for atheist, Armored Christian? There you go. Let's find out here. You have 162 subscribers, 3 of which are people that I know. I see one guy that always comments on my videos. I see the pink unicorn thing, and I see... I'm not sure if I know who that is. So I know who you are. I think I know who you are. I don't know who you are. So, but yeah, you're all subscribed. So anyways, so out of those subscriptions, 3 of them are people I know. Okay. So you have 162 people. That's not bad. You know, it's pretty good. This is, you know, I have this many. So, you know, you might get a boost in subscriptions by debating me on my channel instead of your channel, because my channel will get more views than your channel will. So, if you accept this challenge, say yes in the comment section below. And everything else will be completely and utterly transparent, done on Google Plus, so that everybody can see the negotiation process, to see that I am being 100% fair. If we cannot progress past the negotiation progress, you, sir, have failed the challenge. I will bend over backwards, metaphorically speaking, to make this happen. Yes or no? Your response is required in response to my challenge. I answered your challenge, now it's your turn to answer mine. If not, then the lobsters will come for you. That's an ad baculum. But the lobsters will probably come for you, so you probably should debate me. Unless until we have a logically coherent argument, we must continue to be skeptical of Armoured Christian's conclusions.